Meet Miller, a 68-year-old retiree from Sarasota, Florida. 2 months ago, he believed his best days were buried in that photo album. Right now, he's rediscovering strength he thought was lost forever, not from a pill or procedure, but a safe, accessible blend anyone can make at home. I'm Dr. Katherine Rotker, a board-certified geriatrician and men's health specialist with over 2 decades guiding seniors like you. In my practice, I've seen men from all walks of life reclaim their vitality using natural, pantry-based solutions. Today, I'll show you how a simple vinegar formula can deliver noticeable changes faster than you'd imagine. Feeling sluggish isn't just getting older. Often, it's 3 fixable roadblocks: stiff circulation, hormone dips, and nutrient gaps, stealing your energy. What if the safest fix wasn't a prescription, but a quick vinegar-based tonic? One that works with your body. In this video, you'll get 4 targeted vinegar recipes. The fist combo can widen blood vessels and defend testosterone in under 22 minutes. But the real game changer? Our ultimate vascular and vitality blend, clinically shown to reignite performance for men in their 70s and 80s. Stick with me. In just a few minutes, you'll learn exactly how to mix these. Before we get into them, let me know in the comments if this resonates. Type yes or type no if it doesn't. We read and respond to every comment. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more practical health advice for seniors. Let's begin with the first formula: white vinegar mixed with beetroot powder. In my years of practice, I've seen certain natural combinations stand the test of time for their ability to improve circulation, protect hormonal balance, and restore lost energy. White vinegar blended with beetroot powder is one such pairing. It's simple, affordable, and powerfully effective when used with consistency, and it works in a way that aligns perfectly with how your body's own systems function. One gentleman I worked with, Brooke, age 67, had been struggling with low energy, sluggish circulation, and the quiet frustration that came with it. He had tried supplements and diet changes with little real impact, and he admitted that when I first suggested a pantry-based blend, he doubted it would make any difference. If a doctor hasn't written it on a prescription pad, how could it possibly work? He told me at the start. But he was willing to give it a try. And within just 17 minutes of his first serving, he felt his body respond. His hands felt warmer, his mind clearer, and there was a noticeable lightness in how he moved. White vinegar in small doses supports healthy blood flow by helping the body regulate blood sugar and improving nutrient absorption. Beetroot powder is rich in natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to flow through. On their own, each ingredient has value. Together, they create a 2-pronged effect. Vinegar primes the body for better uptake of nutrients, while beetroot powder delivers the raw materials to boost nitric oxide and circulation. The results go beyond physical performance. When the blood vessels open and energy levels rise, there's often a visible lift in mood, confidence, and daily drive. Men tell me they not only feel stronger but more like themselves again, motivated to take on projects, socialize, and engage in the parts of life they had quietly stepped back from. To make it, mix 1 tablespoon of white vinegar with half a teaspoon of beetroot powder in a glass of water. Stir well, drink it about 30 minutes before physical activity or in the morning to set the tone for the day, and limit it to once daily for the first week to see how your body responds. In Brooke's case, the first things he noticed were warmer hands and feet, less stiffness in his knees, and a renewed mental sharpness that carried through the afternoon. Over the following weeks, his stamina in walks and light workouts improved, his sleep felt more restorative, and routine blood checks showed healthy testosterone levels holding steady. The shift was gradual but steady, no jarring side effects, just a gentle return of vitality that kept building. This blend is powerful, but it's only the beginning of what's possible. Next, I'll show you a second formula that's sharper and more aggressive, designed to help break down years of hidden blockages and push richly oxygenated blood exactly where it's needed most. If you're still with me, drop yes in the comments so I know you're engaged. Now, let's move on to the second combination. One of my long-term patients, Eddie, a 72-year-old retired dock worker, had spent decades relying on sheer grit to get through physically demanding days. Years of hauling, lifting, and working outdoors had given him a strong back and calloused hands. But by the time he came to see me, his energy had waned, his endurance had shortened, and he quietly admitted he had begun turning down social events because he felt slowed down and less confident. He wasn't looking for shortcuts, only for a way to feel like his old self again without resorting to invasive procedures or a drawer full of pills. He told me that his past doctors had hinted his best days were behind him, which added to a sense of quiet resignation. I knew exactly what to suggest, because in my practice I had seen remarkable results from a combination hiding in plain sight: balsamic vinegar paired with pomegranate juice. The richness of balsamic vinegar goes beyond flavor. Its natural acetic acid can help improve how your body manages glucose and may assist in dilating blood vessels, enhancing nutrient delivery throughout the body. Many men past 60 deal with a gradual narrowing of blood vessels from years of accumulated plaque and stiffness, which makes oxygen delivery to muscles, the brain, and key organs less efficient. The gentle vasodilation supported by balsamic vinegar, combined with better nutrient absorption, creates a supportive foundation for healthy circulation. Then comes the pomegranate juice, which isn't just a pleasant addition. It's loaded with polyphenol, including punicalagins and anthocyanins, compounds known for their strong antioxidant action. These help protect the delicate lining of blood vessels, reduce oxidative stress, and support nitric oxide activity, all of which contribute to smoother blood flow and healthier hormone regulation, including testosterone preservation. Together, vinegar and pomegranate juice form a synergistic blend. The vinegar primes the circulatory system and optimizes metabolic response, while the pomegranate juice defends against vascular damage and fuels the production of nitric oxide. To prepare it, mix 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar into half a cup of 100% pomegranate juice, no added sugars, and dilute with an equal amount of water. Stir well and drink it in the morning or about an hour before your most active part of the day. Keep the portions precise. This balance ensures you get the benefits without overwhelming your digestive system. Eddie agreed to try it daily, and by the third day he noted warmer extremities and a comfortable, steady energy through his shift volunteering at the local marina. At his follow-up a week later, he reported an easier time climbing stairs, sharper focus during his woodworking sessions, and with a wry smile said his wife had noticed a livelier spark in him. For him, the improvements went beyond strength or stamina. It was a return of initiative and enthusiasm he had quietly missed. This blend works by keeping blood moving freely, protecting the vessels from oxidative wear, and supporting hormonal health, the kind of internal maintenance that benefits not just one function but your whole system. And while this formula is more assertive than the first, our journey doesn't stop here. The next step is another combination that works on an even deeper level, focusing on repairing and rebuilding the very structure of your blood vessels for long-term resilience. 3. Apple cider vinegar plus ginger plus honey. I'll never forget Hayes, a 65-year-old former military officer who prided himself on his discipline. He kept a steady workout schedule, stayed lean, and rarely missed his early morning walks. Yet over the last year, he'd felt a subtle but steady loss of power. His legs fatigued sooner, recovery after exercise dragged on, and a drop in his usual sharpness left him frustrated. "I'm doing everything right, Doc," he told me, "so why do I feel like I'm running on half a tank?" His pride in maintaining his health made the decline sting more. It was clear he needed a solution that didn't just give him a short-lived boost, but worked at a deeper level to restore what time had been quietly wearing down. I explained that this particular combination works not only to improve blood flow, but to gradually repair the inner lining of blood vessels and stabilize hormone function, a long-term repair strategy rather than a quick fix. Apple cider vinegar brings acetic acid into play, which supports healthy blood vessel flexibility by influencing nitric oxide pathways and improving the way your body uses minerals like potassium and magnesium. It's like regularly oiling a machine's moving parts, less friction, smoother operation, but in this case, it's your circulatory system maintaining its resilience. Raw honey contributes more than just natural sweetness. Its flavonoids, particularly pinosembrin, offer antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that help protect vessel walls from damage caused by oxidative stress. This helps slow down the microscopic wear and tear that can reduce blood flow efficiency over time, allowing your vessels to stay responsive and healthy. Then comes the fresh ginger root, grated or juiced. Rich in gingerols and showgales, ginger helps relax blood vessels, reduce low-grade inflammation, and improve arterial elasticity. What sets this trio apart is the synergy. The vinegar optimizes vascular tone, the honey shields and nourishes the vessel lining, and the ginger works on both circulation and inflammation. Together, they don't just widen the pipes, they work on restoring the material those pipes are made of, addressing years of gradual decline at the source. For preparation, mix 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of freshly grated ginger juice, and 1 teaspoon of raw honey into 150 milliliters of warm water. Stir until the honey fully dissolves. Drink once each morning on an empty stomach, ideally 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast, to take advantage of your body's heightened absorption. This precise balance ensures the active compounds work in harmony without overpowering your system. Hayes committed to this ritual daily. Within 10 days, his updates shifted from cautious to enthusiastic. He reported walking longer routes without the heaviness in his legs, feeling a steadier energy across the day, and noticing a brighter, more focused state of mind. By his follow-up at 2 weeks, his morning pulse and post-exercise recovery both reflected the change he felt. This formula strengthens circulation from the inside out, supports hormonal balance, and brings a sustainable lift in energy that enhances every system relying on healthy blood flow. And while this blend focuses on repair, the next step moves further, a formula designed to actively influence the body's chemistry, inspired by a Korean tradition that's been supporting vitality for generations. Several years ago, at a medical conference in Seoul, I met Dr. Han Soo-jin, a soft-spoken cardiovascular researcher whose work focused on rural communities in Korea. She shared data that caught my attention immediately. Men in their 70s and 80s in certain farming villages were maintaining stamina, clarity, and hormonal health levels that many Western men began losing decades earlier. Her field observations linked their vitality to a daily tonic used for generations, one built on apple cider vinegar, turmeric, and black pepper. I recognized instantly that the biochemical logic behind it aligned perfectly with what I strive to achieve for my patients back home. Turmeric, whether as powder or fresh root, is rich in curcumin, a compound with potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It helps calm low-grade inflammation in blood vessels, reduces oxidative stress that can damage their lining, and supports smooth, elastic arterial walls. This not only benefits circulation, but also preserves the hormonal signals that can be disrupted by chronic inflammation. Black pepper adds piperine, a natural compound that makes curcumin far more bioavailable, essentially unlocking its full therapeutic potential. Piperine also has its own role in improving circulation by gently relaxing vessel walls and optimizing nutrient delivery. When turmeric and black pepper are taken together, their combined effect is magnified well beyond what either could achieve alone. To use this blend, mix 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a pinch of freshly ground black pepper into 150 milliliters of warm water. Stir thoroughly and drink once daily, preferably mid-morning or about an hour before your most active period. This timing allows the body to absorb and utilize the active compounds while supporting energy for the rest of the day. One of my patients, Carter, a 70-year-old former university lecturer, began this routine after years of dealing with persistent knee stiffness, flagging energy, and frustration over how slow his recovery was after even light exercise. Within 3 weeks, his gait had eased, his afternoon slumps were gone, and he described feeling alert in a way I haven't in years. Beyond the physical changes, he regained the motivation to resume hobbies he had sidelined, including cycling and mentoring students. This formula delivers a threefold benefit. It quiets the inflammation that undermines vascular health, ensures testosterone remains protected from inflammatory decline, and maintains consistent energy levels by improving oxygen and nutrient flow. While each of the blends we've discussed plays a distinct role, the next step takes the concept further, combining the most potent elements from all four into a single master recipe. It's a drink so effective that I've seen men well into their 80s reclaim vitality they thought was long gone. After guiding patients through each of the individual vinegar-based blends, I began to see a pattern that medication alone rarely achieves. Each formula worked in its own way. The idea for the master recipe was to bring the most effective elements together into one daily elixir, creating a broad spectrum support for men who wanted lasting energy, stronger circulation, and steady hormonal health without juggling multiple separate drinks. This blend is the culmination of years of patient feedback, clinical insight, and an understanding of how these natural compounds interact to restore vitality from multiple angles at once. A single daily serving uses 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, a heaping teaspoon of beetroot powder, 1/3 cup of 100% pomegranate juice, 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger or its powdered equivalent, 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw honey, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/8 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and the juice of half a lemon if you prefer added brightness and a vitamin C lift. The base is topped up with filtered water to make a total of 300 to 350 milliliters. This blend is carefully measured so no single element overwhelms the body while still delivering therapeutic potency. To prepare, start by adding the beetroot powder, turmeric, black pepper, and ginger, if using powder, to a large glass or shaker bottle. Pour in about 50 to 100 milliliters of warm water and stir or shake until the powders dissolve fully. Next, add the vinegars, followed by the pomegranate juice and optional lemon juice. Stir in the raw honey until it is fully blended, then top up with filtered water to the desired volume. Shake or stir briskly until smooth and drink immediately for maximum freshness. If you prefer, you can chill it for up to 6 hours, though many find it most effective freshly made. For an ultra-smooth consistency, a quick blend works well. 1 serving a day is all that's needed, ideally in the late morning or early afternoon when absorption is high and the energy lift can be used throughout the day. If preferred, split the drink into 2 half servings taken several hours apart. Those new to vinegar-based drinks may start with half the recipe for a few days to ease into the acidity. Following the elixir with a glass of plain water supports hydration and helps balance the acids. For best results, take the drink on an empty stomach or at least 30 to 60 minutes away from heavier meals, giving your body the best chance to absorb and utilize the active compounds. If the taste feels too strong, reduce the vinegars slightly or add a touch more honey, taking care not to compromise the health benefits with excess sweetness. Fresh mint or cinnamon can add a gentle twist to the flavor while contributing their own supportive properties. While this is a natural formulation, those with chronic illness, kidney issues, gastrointestinal ulcers, or prescriptions such as anticoagulants, diabetes medications, or diuretics should speak with a doctor first. Track your body's response for the first couple of weeks, noting changes in energy, focus, and stamina. Practical application makes all the difference. Use quality raw honey, opt for organic turmeric and beetroot powder when possible, and ensure the pomegranate juice is 100% with no added sugars. Consistency is more important than increasing the dose. The body responds to regular, moderate intake rather than sporadic excess. Patients who've integrated this drink into their daily routine have reported warmer hands and feet, improved stamina during walks or exercise, sharper mental clarity in the afternoons, and a stronger, more reliable physical response during intimate moments. Beyond these physical changes, I've witnessed something equally valuable: a renewed confidence, more willingness to be socially active, and a sense of ownership over their health journey. Wives and partners have told me they see the old spark returning, not just in energy, but in mood and engagement with life. This approach works because it focuses on restoring natural function rather than forcing the body with synthetic shortcuts. The ingredients are inexpensive, easy to source, and familiar, making it accessible to nearly anyone who's motivated to take charge of their well-being. You're not introducing something foreign. You're giving your system what it needs to operate as it was designed to. I've seen this blend deliver measurable improvements in real patients, and I believe it can do the same for you. With a single, simple daily habit, you can begin reclaiming the endurance, clarity, and vitality that felt out of reach. Your best days don't have to be behind you. They can start now with something you can mix in your own kitchen. From my team and me, Dr. Katherine Rotker, thanks so much for watching and being part of this community. We're wishing you good health, lots of energy, and plenty of happy days ahead. Stick around. More helpful and uplifting health content is on the way.